Hey folks, welcome to Blessed by G Beats. I am the G, and this is the second episode of Let's Get Cooking. Let's go.
Yo, G, bless him, bless him, bless him.
All right, folks, welcome back. On the first episode, we kind of did an overview of Chromatic Fire. So in this episode, we're actually going to do a cook up with one of the 7 kits that I actually starred. And so I think the kit that I'm really feeling, the kit that I'm really feeling, there's these 7 that I picked. I think they're all good. But this kit in particular, the Jacoby Wood, oh, I'm sorry, I said Woodbine. It's actually the Jacoby Wood 9 kit. Forgive me. I'm gonna have to make sure that that's corrected on my first video, the first episode. But I really like this Jacoby Wood 9 kit. Let's hear it again. So for me, what I like to do, let's go ahead and start our pattern. And I'm thinking we're going to make this pattern 4 bars for right now. My tempo looks to be at about 120. It all depends. Let's see. I may do an 8-bar kit here. Let's see. An 8-bar. Let's start with 8 bars. I like to start sometimes with 8 bars. It lets me do a lot more variation. So what I like to do, if I know I'm going to work with a trap beat, so I like to kind of start off with the snare when I'm doing a trap beat, simply because that fast metronome, because I'm not really used to the double time beats, as I guess that's what we're calling them now. That fast metronome on certain parts of making the music throw me off, especially with the rhythm, because I'm used to the 1, 2, 3, 4, not the 1E and the 2E, and not that real fast metronome. So what I like to do, I'm already digging this snare here, the Jacoby Wood 9 snare 2. I go ahead and kind of get in my FL Studio mode of, let's just go ahead and put it on the grid. So we don't even have to worry about programming this part. We can just save ourselves some time. We're going to go ahead and put this on every 3rd beat of every bar, right? Every 3rd beat of every bar. So the next element I want to start off with, next element I want to use, next ingredient is that is one nasty kick, man. Now, you could program that in, but I do like to do a little bit of beating, so I'm going to program that in. And I'm thinking with my recording program, there may be a little bit of latency, but don't worry about it. We'll be able to clean that up and quantize it after we're done recording it. But let's kind of get a little simple. And we'll put some variation on it, so let's go. Nice. Let's go ahead and put a kick up under that sub bass. Okay, so let's go with this kick here. I think it kind of matches the sub a little bit better. So with this, you can really save yourself time once again. Um, as you can see here on the screen, you can basically just find your kick track if you want to. Hit copy, go up to that, hit paste. So I'm gonna change the grid here real quick. I'm gonna change up that, put a little variation in that kick, so it just don't, so it's not so boring. So let's change this up to a 1/32 grid. See if we can stretch it out just a tinch. And I'm thinking right here. I'm really liking this. I'm really liking how we got this sub going here. But I'm wondering if we can make it just a little bit more exciting. Um, let's see if we can change it over to legato. Maybe put like a little, I don't know, put a little glide on it. Um, see if we can stretch these out here. Let's go inside the piano roll. Maybe we'll go up 1 octave here. Copy. Right? Paste. Well, didn't go up. Let's pick it up there. Right? Let's copy that. So here, we basically went up 1 octave, right? And I don't know if I'm gonna do it to the second one or if I'm gonna do it to the, let's see what it sounds like. Okay, so we basically tried to put a little bit of a glide on there. It's not a big one, but it's a little one, and I can live with it because it adds just a little bit of a variation to the beat. So let's kind of see the next element or the next ingredient we want to put inside of this. So typically when we would do this type of beat, we would start worrying about putting in the hi-hats. But this particular kit doesn't really have some dope hi-hats. I mean, not that they're not dope, but they're a little bit more lo-fi to me, see? I could work with them though. I mean, it would be easy. Go in here, put them in the. I could easily go in and work with them. But when I do trap music or music in general, I like to try to do it a little bit different, put my own spin on it. So that sound is dope. They call that a shaker. But this sounds like somebody rubbing clothes together. So let's go in, put our grid back to 1/16. Let's go in because you can tell this takes time to develop. So let's put this at every one. Let's put this on the one of every bar, right? And let's kind of see what this sounds like. I think this is going to be absolutely dope. I love the way that it sounds. Like I said, it's got that rubbing sound to it. So bear with me here. Let's go through and click all of these in. I'm pretty sure someone will tell me there's an easier way to do this. All right, let's see what it sounds like. Shaker sound added in, another ingredient. I love it. I love it. That's a really dope sound. So let's look for another ingredient to kind of start getting this beat complete. I'm probably going to make it real simple. I'm not going to turn it into a very overly instrumented beat. So as I was kind of hitting on the pads, I'm always a sucker for anything that has something to do with vocal sounds. So I heard this. So it actually sounds like that. Oh, okay. So let's see how we want to work that. So rather than programming that in, we're just going to do that on the first. I don't know exactly how long it is, so let's just make it one whole bar, and then we'll also do it here and see what it sounds like. All right, let's see what it sounds like. This is actually the vocal sound. Okay, so let's expand it out 2 bars, see what it sounds like. So Now that we got that, let's go in and I'm going to put that, since I know now you have to hold it down to get the full sound, let's go in and put it on every beat after the two bar extension. So watch this. Let's see what it sounds like. So let's see what kind of feel we get now. I like that. I like that. That's dope. So think I may just to do a little accent on that. Let's see. So let's see. I don't necessarily know if I like that, but let's try it and see what it sounds like. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right here, kind of got those snares because I was doing the most with those snares. But what we're gonna do right now is I've put the grid out to 164, right? So what I want to see is at the end, can I put a snare roll type of thing to go along with that kick, right? So let's try this. Now, I think we could actually leave this alone right there, and I think we would be ready to go. I think they're pretty much, we could just basically go in and subtract and move elements around, and we're ready to go, man. It's a pretty dope beat. So I like that sample. I just don't think it's going to go in with the timing. Let's see. I think that does kind of go in there, doesn't it? Man, let's try this for a second. Okay, so what I went in and did is this loop is actually at 124 beats per minute. So my tempo was already 120, so we just sped it up a little bit. Let's see what we got. So if you wanted to use the whole kit, go ahead and put that in, draw it all the way out here. Now, me, I don't know. I probably wouldn't use these both at the same time. Actually, what I would probably do is use that more of a change up. Like, and typically when you use samples, I would suggest it's really not good to use them. It's really not good to use them in that manner to where you stretch them all the way out because you lose versatility of doing things on a per bar basis. So I would actually not do them like that. I would actually split them up into at least, bars like that to where they're maybe spanning 4 bars because you can get more flexibility with what you're doing with them. So So, in my opinion, man, this chromatic fire, this expansion is actually fire. So it's so good that Native Instruments actually gave this to us. We don't have to go out and buy it. For those of us who own Machina and are in this actual ecosystem, man, I'm telling you, go and download this today, man, and make some dope beats. So that is going to conclude episode 2 of Let's Get Cooking. So let me know if you would like for me to go and make some beats off the other 6 kits that I starred. Let me know if you would like me to maybe even expand upon this beat. But I'm going to probably finish this beat up and upload it to my BeatStars account. And I'll probably even make a separate video of just releasing this beat to let you hear it in its entirety for people who may want it. So if you've liked what you've seen today, if you've liked what you heard, if you think that it can help you, just, man, please subscribe. Smash that like button and hit that notification bell because we're going to have more videos coming up on Blessed by G Beats. And so that's going to do it for me. Always remember, keep grinding, keep inspiring, and I'm out.